Hello friends, we are going to start the live session. Hi, I welcome you all to this live session on the Facebook Live of Certificate in Russian Language CRUL. I welcome the new members once again, and I appreciate all our students who are joining us for this live session who have been with us since many days. Now, as you remember that the certificate in Russian language, we started with the introduction to the Russian alphabet, as it is important to know the phonetic sound of different letters of the Russian alphabet. It is important to know that how the Russian alphabet, which has a script called the Cyrillic, and how these different letters are being formed. Largely, when we have shared our e-content, our learners and students who wish to access the e-content can send us a request on email shivajibhaskar@ignu.ac.in or on sofl@ignu.ac.in. You can also send us WhatsApp message on my mobile number, that is 9810018240. We will instantly add you in the group, share the related information to the certificate in Russian language, as well as will update you with all the important happenings in our course. Now, if you remember that many of us have been doing the drill of pronouncing different letters of the Russian alphabet, now let's do it once again, and then we'll go to the next task which was given to the learners during the last class, as about how many letters are there, how many vowels and consonants are there, and how many symbols or signs are there in Russian alphabet. Then we shall also talk about the homework which was given to you regarding a few sentences in Russian which was used during the last class on communicative Russian, and that you would also get to know. Till the time I am checking the homework, because today is Friday. Tomorrow we will be having our next class and we will have a discussion in detail on this topic. You can also send your feedback to us on sofl@ignu.ac.in or to me on my email, that is shivajibhaskar@ignu.ac.in, regarding today's Facebook live session. You can also write your queries and questions on the chat box, and we will get back to you with these questions in no time. Now let's quickly go back to the first part, because many of us are joining for the first time. So we will touch upon the pronunciation of different letters of the Russian alphabet. So we'll start with the first letter, that is A. You can also have access to your PPT. If people don't have the PPT along, then send us a request, we will send you. However, you just listen to the conversation, it would help you. So the first letter is A. Please pay attention to the pronunciation of these different letters. A, B, V, G, D, Ye, Yo, R. Please pay attention to this particular sound, R. It is very important because many of us couldn't pronounce it properly, as students are doing the drill, but they are new to the language. So that is why they are unable to pronounce it correctly. But please pay attention to the pronunciation, R, R, and then the next one is Z. So there is a absolute difference between R and Z. Then E kratki, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, F, H. So another important sound you have to master is H. H. It's not K, it's K. Then S. S. You can break half T and half S. S. T and S sound together makes S. 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 Then you have che, sh and sh. So how do we differentiate as students between sh and sh? Without tail is sh and with tail is sh. If you look at your PPTs in the study material, you will find it. After sh we have the hard sign or tvyordiznak. What is the role of tvyordiznak is that hard sign, it has no sound, but it is used to emphasize the sound for the preceding consonant and adds a small pause before the next syllable. For example, like in padyes, padyes. So there is a small pause. Then we have u. It is another very important sound, a very important letter you have to master. So please make it a point to revise it as many times you can, so that you can master it properly and pronounce it correctly. It is u. It is not ui, as we can see that lots of students are making this mistake and pronouncing it as ui, pronounce it as ui, but it is not ui, it is ui. It is ui. So I can see that many of you, almost 20 to 21 learners are joining us. So all of you are requested to keep your questions ready, so that I can look at the chat box and reply to it. Then we have the soft sign, which is myakkiznak. Myakkiznak has a role that it has no sound, but it softens the preceding consonant. Like the example is ruble, ruble, which is the Russian currency, ruble. Then you have a, then u, and the last one is ya. So if you look at the PPT, we have very clearly differentiated between them as vowels, consonants, and two signs. So all the vowels are given red color, whereas the consonant have been given the blue color, and the soft sign and the hard sign have been given green color. So you can differentiate by just memorizing it. Then if you look at the different letters, they also have been given a Russian example. Like ya has a word yablaka, which is apple, yablaka. And if you remember, we have also discussed about the udarenie or the stress sign in Russian. So udarenie has a very special role, that it always falls on a vowel sound, and that is why when you look at the vowel sound, it has a very high pitch sound over there, and rest of the vowels, they get lesser. So that is why yablaka, yabloko, if you write it, but when you pronounce it, it is yablaka. So rest of the vowels are o sounds as a, yablaka. Yablaka means apple. Likewise, you have u. The example is yubka, which means skirt, yubka. So it also have this stress on u. Then ikran for a, ikran means screen. Then for soft sign, we have ruble. We also have an example, kon, which means horse or stallion, stallion. Then ul, largely we have used this word riba, riba. So riba means fish, you can see, and there after r we have ui sound, riba. Then you have the hard sign or tvyordiznak. The example we have used is padyes. Another example we have used is obyektив. Obyektив means the lens. Next one is sh, which is the sh with the tail. So it has the good example over it with sheath. Sheath means shield. Then sh without tail, it has an example, chef, chef, which means boss. It is not chef of English, don't get confused, because chef in English has a Russian word povar, povar. So don't get confused. Chef in Russian means chief or the boss. Then you have che, che sound. Example we have used is chai, very popular everywhere. So as in Russian, it is used as chai for tea, chai. And another important aspect for you to understand is that if you happen to visit Russia, or if any Russians comes visiting you, then if the person asks you for a cup of tea without milk, then it would be chai bismalaka. Chorni chai means black tea, of course, but the expression is chai bismalaka, means tea without milk, and tea without sugar would be chai bis sakhara. So whenever we use the expression bis, it means without, and suppose if you want to use with, then it would be chai sakharam, with sugar, chai smalakom, tea with milk. So like this you can also make your own examples. Then let's go to ts. Ts, we have an example of tsar. Tsar means czar or king, or actually it came from the word Caesar, and in Russia it has been used since many centuries. Tsar. Then kh. Kh. For using the word kh, we have used the word khlieb. Khlieb, which means bread. And when you will be learning about the voicing and devoicing of the consonants, you will also get to know a very interesting aspect of Russian grammar, that some of the consonants, they get their voice devoiced, like khlieb ends with be but sounds like pe. Khlieb. Khlieb means bread. Then we have flag. Flag, it also ends with g but the sound is k. Flag. Flag means flag. Then oo. Oo, we have an example with us, utka. Utka means duck. And please remember that all the words or the nouns which we have, they also have their plurals, so you have to understand. Then there are certain aspects in Russian grammar as per the case system, that when we do counting, they changes. So you have to learn about it also, that whenever we will ask that for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5, there would be a change. For example, let's take brat. Brat means brother. Ajin brat, one brother. Dva brata, two brothers. Unlike in English, we have one brother and two brothers, three brothers, four brothers, but in Russian it is absolutely different. Ajin brat, dva brata, three brata, chitiri brata. But whenever we say 5, it is pyach bratchev. Like kniga, feminine gender word, adna kniga, dve knigi, tri knigi, chitiri knigi, pyach knig. So it is very important to understand it also. You will be learning about it soon, don't worry about it. Then we have the next word with us is te. Te, and you must have seen that how do we write te, capital te and small te, and when we print it, it looks like T, but when we write it, it's different. So please pay attention to that aspect also. So for te, we have an example with us is taxi. Taxi means taxi. Then the word, then the letter S, and we have used this for another word, sabaka. Sabaka, so it means dog. Many of you, during your homework, when we asked you to send all the letters in your own voice to me as a homework, I have seen that some of you have used it as sibaka or something like sobaka, something like that. It's not correct. It will be sabaka, 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 because the stress is on the a, the first a after be, sabaka. So you have to understand this information, understand this aspect very well. Then we have another important word, raduga, from the letter R. It is not ra, it is not ra, it is R. So after we can make a pronunciation like E R R R R R. So it's like that, R. Then we have the word with us is raduga. Raduga. Raduga means rainbow. And please pay attention to another aspect also, that please pay attention to the ending of most of the words, as these words, whether they are ending with a, whether they are ending with ya, they belongs to the feminine gender, like raduga, sabaka. And some of the words which are ending with hard consonants, you must have seen, so they belong to the masculine gender. And the word which ends with o or ye, they are, so this you have to understand. Like oblaka. Oblaka ends with o, it is a neuter gender word, oblaka. Oblaka means cloud. Then n, we have nose. Nose. Nose means nose, and it is a masculine gender word, nose. Then muila, from the letter M, muila. It has ui sound also, you can see, muila, and ends with O, so neuter gender word, muila. Then luna, luna, from the letter L, luna, luna means moon, and it is a feminine gender word because ends with A. Likewise, kniga, from the letter K, kniga. It is not kaniga. Some of you have recorded your audio like that. It is not kaniga, it is kniga, kniga means book, and feminine gender word again because ends with A. Then we have ikratki. We have used the word yogurt, and means yogurt. Then we have iris, then z, and we have used the word for z is zont, which means umbrella, masculine gender. Juk, masculine gender word. And there is a difference between r and z, very clear difference, so please practice more and more so that you can also understand it well. Then we have yo, we have used yolka, Christmas tree, feminine gender. Then ye, pivits means singer, and for female singer it is pivitsa. There we have used the word dom. So the sound of there is very clear, it is not D, it will always be there, dom means house. Then you have the sound ge, and the word we have used is gorat. So it is also devoicing, the sound comes as te, gorat means city. Kak nazivayatsa moy gorod, how my city is known as. You can also make a sentence out of it. Kak nazivayatsa toy gorod, kak nazivayatsa vash gorod means how your city is known. For tui it is you singular, and when I say vash gorod, your city, which means जैसे कि आपकी जो शहर है वो कैसे जाना जाता है, किस नाम से जाना जाता है, and when we use ती it is आप तुम्हारा शहर किस नाम से जाना जाता है. This is the basic difference between these two sentences. Then Moi Gorod Nazivayatsa Delhi. Moi Gorod, my city, Nazivayatsa is known as Delhi. Delhi means Delhi. So like this you can also make your sentences. Moi Gorod Nazivayatsa Kanpur, Moi Gorod Nazivayatsa Lucknow. तो जो भी शहर आपका है, जो भी सिटी है या जो भी जगह है, उसको आप उसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं और मोई गोरद नजीवायतसा जो भी शहर का नाम है उसको जोड़ेंगे तो ये पूरा सेंटेंस बन जाएगा. तो इस तरीके से आप अपने सेंटेंसेस भी बना सकते हैं. और आगे अगर हम लोग चलें तो इसमें हमारा नेक्स्ट जो है लेटर, इट इज़ वे वी हैव यूज विस्ना विच मीन्स स्प्रिंग सीजन. And then the letter is be, nieba means sky. And then the first one which we started with is a, and we have used the word atlas means atlas. So here you have seen that how these 33 different letters have out of 2, because soft sign and hard sign, they do not have any sound, but rest of them all 31, they have their own sound, and all sounds are different. Many sound the structure of the letters might look like some of the letters in English, but they are not. You may sometimes get confused, but try to use as many as times, and please mind it that these letters are written differently, so the printed form is different from the written form. You have to understand that. One student asked me through WhatsApp that, sir, whether we write there as D capital. I said yes, as a capital letter it looks like English D, but when you write it in small letters it would look like G, small g. So you have to understand it. It was only for the purpose of explanation, but when you practice it more and more, you would be very comfortable in writing Russian as well. And another aspect is that how to pronounce it correctly. So you have to learn it by heart. Then you have to look at the construction of the word, how many vowels are being used. Normally the stress is always on the first vowel, but there are exceptions in Russian as well. So you have to learn them, you have to understand them, and you will get to know that how do we learn them. Now let's briefly talk about the homework. So the homework which was given to you, I actually asked 5-6 different sentences. So these 5-6 different sentences was that hi, that is привет, or здравствуйте, как вас зовут, меня зовут, आपका जो भी नाम है उसमें आप ऐड कर सकते हैं. And if you want to ask the other person, and what is your name, как вас зовут, как вас зовут, меня зовут, like that. Then you have more sentences. Okay, Sandeep Kumar Ray has given a question. What is the difference between Kakzilla and Kakpajivais? Kakzilla is very formal, which means how are you? And when, suppose in Hindi also you ask कि क्या हाल चाल है, क्या चल रहा है, कैसी लाइफ है, इस तरीके से casually we also ask in Russian, that is Kakpajivais, Kakpajivais, no, how's life. So literally it likes that. So this is the basic difference. And what is the difference between Kak Chibia Zavud and Kakwa Zavud? It's simple. Chibia we always use for people who are junior to us, friendly to us, for T form, which means tum. And we form we have was, आप, जैसे हम लोग पूछते हैं. तो दिस इज़ द बेसिक डिफरेंस. आपसे कोई सीनियर है, किसी को आप रिस्पेक्ट देते हैं, या फॉर्मली किसी गैदरिंग में हैं आप, तो आप पूछते हैं काकवा ज़बूत, आपका क्या नाम है. एंड जब हम लोग इनफॉर्मल गैदरिंग में हैं, या हम ऑलरेडी जानते हैं या फ्रेंडली हैं, तो हम पूछते हैं काक चिबिया ज़बूत. तो ये बेसिक डिफरेंस है दोनों में. और भी अगर कोई सवाल है तो आप इसमें डाल दीजिए, आई कैन सी एंड रिप्लाई टू यू. और जो होमवर्क था उसको भी कॉपी करके पेस्ट कर दीजिए सेंटेंसेस को यहाँ पे, so that I can quickly look at this and answer. Okay, all right. So the next questions which were asked, as I can, yeah, Priyanka is asking, sir, projects and homework holds how many marks? Homework and this continuous assessment, these classes, these homeworks and all things which we are doing is a part of continuous assessment, and it carries 30% marks, and 70% marks goes to the final examination. So this is the thing. Project is of 4 credit. It is an entirely different thing beyond your continuous assessment and your term and examination which we are going to hold. Project will be carrying 4 credits, and it will be a separate project document which you need to be submitted like assignment to us by May. Now the deadline has been May, so we will be posting the questions so that you can download it and reply. So project is of 4 credit. It would be having 100 marks question paper, and you have to answer that. So depending upon the evaluation of your submitted projects, you will get the awards. 35 is the minimum passing mark. Okay, so if you find it all right, then you can also write yes sir, okay sir, or simply give your feedback that I can understand that you are satisfied with your answers here. And now Tanish has posted this homework over here. So I can see that the questions were 6. So first one is hello. Of course it is previous, और like we do नमस्ते. अगर कोई हमारे दोस्त हैं या जान पहचान है उस तरीके की, तो हम लोग उन्हें नॉर्मली नमस्ते करते हैं, हाय करते हैं. तो वैसे ही अगर आप देखेंगे तो हेलो या हाय को हम लोग इनफॉर्मली प्रीवियत बोल देंगे, और अगर ये फॉर्मल है तो इसको हम लोग ज़्रास्वीचे बोलेंगे. फॉर्मल गैदरिंग में भी अगर कोई आपके उस तरीके से चाहते हैं कि हाँ भाई हमसे सीनियर है, रिस्पेक्टफुली हमें बताना है, तो हम ज़्रास्वीचे बोलते हैं. और अगर कोई जूनियर है लेकिन फॉर्मल गैदरिंग में, तो हम ज़्रास्वी बोलते हैं. दिस इज़ द डिफरेंस. दैन माई नेम इज़ मिनिया ज़ाबूत. अगर आपसे कोई पूछेगा कागवा ज़ाबूत, तो आप जवाब देंगे मिनिया ज़ाबूत. मिनिया ज़ाबूत तनिश, मिनिया ज़ाबूत सुमित, मिनिया ज़ाबूत सलोनी, कुछ भी जो भी आप लोगों के नाम मुझे दिखाई दे रहे हैं वो नाम उसमें ऐड कर लेंगे. उसके बाद व्हाट इज़ योर नेम, काकवा ज़ाबूत. अब काकवाज ज़बूत और काकचिबिया ज़बूत को मैं ऑलरेडी क्लियर कर चुका हूँ कि इसमें ती और वी फॉर्म का डिफरेंस होता है, तुम और आप का डिफरेंस है. जैसा कॉन्टेक्स्ट और सिचुएशन है उसके हिसाब से आप यूज़ कर सकते हैं। उसके बाद है हाउ आर यू। तो हाउ आर यू इज़ काकजिला, काकजिला, काकपाशिवाय, काकजियोशिजन, ये सारे इनफॉर्मल ग्रीटिंग्स हैं जो कि आप हाउ आर यू के लिए ही यूज़ करते हैं। क्योंकि इंग्लिश से रशियन और रशियन से इंग्लिश लिटरल ट्रांसलेशन जब हम लोग करते हैं तो थोड़ा सा इनमें फ़र्क होता है, क्योंकि दोनों एक ही तरीके का इमोशन कैरी नहीं कर सकते। इसीलिए डिफरेंट एक्सप्रेशंस जब हम लोग कम्युनिकेटिव रशियन में यूज़ करते हैं तो वो हाउ आर यू के लिए काकजिला है, काकपाशिवाय, काकजियोशिजन, इस तरीके के एक्सप्रेशन हम लोग यूज़ करते हैं। तो उसको भी आप जैसी सिचुएशन है उसके हिसाब से यूज़ कर सकते हैं। सबसे स्टैंडर्ड जो है वो हाउ आर यू है, और रशियन में उसका जो इक्विवेलेंट है स्टैंडर्ड वो है काकजिला। दिस इज़ द बेसिक सिमिलैरिटी। देन द फिफ्थ वन इज़ आई एम फाइन थैंक यू। उमिनिया खरशो स्पसीबा। ठीक है, स्पसीबो नहीं है, कई लोगों ने स्पसीबो भी इसको रिकॉर्ड करके भेजा था, वो इज़ नॉट करेक्ट, स्पसीबा है। और आई एम फाइन में उमिनिया खरशो, एवरीथिंग इज़ फाइन विद मी, उमिनिया स्यो खरशो, उमिनिया स्यो ओके। रशियन में आजकल जो कम्युनिकेटिव है, कन्वर्सेशन है, उसमें लोग ओके बहुत यूज़ करने लगे हैं, जो कि एक्चुअली रशियन का वर्ड नहीं है, इंग्लिश से उन्होंने उसे बोरो कर लिया है, लेकिन उसे वो लोग ओके ही बोलते हैं, ओके, ओके नहीं बोलते हैं जैसे हम लोग ओके बोलते हैं। तो स्यो ओके दे प्रोनाउंस इट लाइक दैट। स्यो नॉर्मालना, एवरीथिंग इज़ ओके को हम लोग नॉर्मालना भी बोलते हैं रशियन में, स्यो नॉर्मालना। तो इस तरीके से डिफरेंट एक्सप्रेशंस को भी आप यूज़ कर सकते हैं आई एम फाइन के लिए। और सपोज अगर कोई कहना चाहता है कि भाई आई एम नॉट फाइन, देन व्हाट डू वी यूज़, उमिनिया निखरशो, दैट थिंग्स आर नॉट गुड, या सिंपल उमिनिया प्लोखा, आई एम फीलिंग बैड, तो सिंपली लाइक दैट। तो और सिक्स्थ वन जो है इट इज़ नाइस टू मीट यू। इसको हमने यूज़ किया था बहुत ब्रीफली, जो हमने डायलॉग्स में डाला था वो था ओचिन प्रियात्ना, विच मीन्स वेरी इट इज़ वेरी नाइस टू मीट यू। अगर मीट क्योंकि हमें इसमें वर्ब लगाना पड़ेगा तो उसके लिए है पजना कोमित्सा, ओचिन प्रियात्ना पजना कोमित्सा, ओचिन प्रियात्ना पजना कोमित्सा। तो इस तरीके से आप इस पूरे होमवर्क को कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं, और इसको आप अगर चाहें रिवाइज़ करके सबमिट करना तो चाहते हैं तो ठीक है, नहीं तो आपने जो सबमिट किया है उसको मैं चेक करूँगा। अब तानिश का एक और क्वेश्चन है, व्हेन एंड वेयर वी विल गेट प्रोजेक्ट। ये हम लोग अपलोड करेंगे अभी कुछ दिन में, क्योंकि अभी डेडलाइन मई तक कर दी हम लोगों ने, तो आपके पास अभी पूरा अप्रैल है और मई का भी काफ़ी समय आपको मिलेगा। तो और ज़्यादातर जो भी प्रोजेक्ट्स के जो सवाल जवाब हैं वो हम लोग मॉक टेस्ट ज़रूर करेंगे, जिससे कि सबमिट करने से पहले आप जो क्लासेस अटेंड कर लें तो उससे आपको मदद ज़रूर मिलेगी। प्रियंका पूछ रही है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम पोस्टिंग होमवर्क इन व्हाट्सएप डू वी हैव टू अपलोड इट एनीवेयर एल्स। नहीं, अभी उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि ये कॉन्टीन्यूस असेसमेंट का ही पार्ट है। अगर आप लोगों को फिर भी लगता है तो आप गूगल पे भी एक ग्रुप्स बना लीजिए, और जैकी को मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि वो गूगल ग्रुप्स बना के उसमें सबको ऐड कर दे, जिससे कि अगर कोई चाहता है कि मुझे भाई ईमेल पे भी रखना है तो रख सकता है, मुझे हालांकि उसमें कोई परेशानी नहीं है। ओके, निपुणिका पूछ रही है, सर व्हाट इफ़ वी मिस्ड होमवर्क बिफोर, डू वी गिव देम टू एंड आंसर द अपकमिंग वंस। हाँ, अगर आपको लगता है कि भाई आपको वो वाला होमवर्क जमा करना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर आप उसको करेंगे तो आपकी जो पकड़ है वो अच्छी हो जाएगी इस पर, तो उसको ज़रूर करिए और जमा करिए आप, उसमें कोई इशू नहीं है। लेकिन अभी उसको ग्रुप में मत डालिएगा आप, जो हमारा व्हाट्सएप है, क्योंकि हम लोग ऑलरेडी वो फेज़ क्रॉस कर चुके हैं। तो जो नए लोग हैं जो अभी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं वो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप को ना उसमें ना उसको सबमिट करके मुझे डायरेक्टली भेज दें, मैं उसको एक बार इवेलुएट कर लूँगा, फिर मैं उसको भेज दूँगा। जैकी पूछ रहे हैं, डिफरेंस बिटवीन ओविजिम्स एंड पका। ओविजिम्स एंड पका मीन्स मतलब जैसे कि हम लोग कहते हैं ठीक है मिलते हैं, हिंदी में बहुत कैजुअल एक्चुअली एक्सप्रेशन है ये पका। और ओविजिम से मतलब विजिट से बना है ये, टू सी, तो ओविजिम से मतलब सी यू देन। तो ये मोरलेस तो दोनों एक ही चीज़ हैं, और 10वीं दानियाँ भी इनमें एक एक्सप्रेशन है जो कि मोरलेस एक ही एक्सप्रेशन कनोट करता है, लेकिन इनकी सिचुएशन और रिलेशन थोड़ा अलग होता है, किस तरीके की सिचुएशन में आप इन्हें यूज़ करना चाहते हैं। जैसे हिंदी में भी आप कई डिफरेंट एक्सप्रेशन से यही कहते हैं कि ठीक है मैं चलता हूँ, ठीक है मिलते हैं, ठीक है, बात होती है, लेकिन इनका कहने का मतलब यही होता है कि मैं अब जा रहा हूँ। तो उसी तरीके से रशियन में भी ये डिफरेंट एक्सप्रेशंस हैं जिनका मीनिंग यही होता है। ठीक है, मानस ज़्रास्विचे कर रहे हैं, और भी कुछ लिखा है इन्होंने। आई मिस द लास्ट, कोई बात नहीं, आप नेक्स्ट क्लास अटेंड कीजिएगा। टेंटेटिव डेट ऑफ एग्ज़ाम ये मई के बाद ही होगा, अभी मई तक की कोई अभी आई नहीं है हमारे पास खबर, मोस्ट लाइकली जून में होगा। ठीक है सुमित। और सर असाइनमेंट ऑल्सो फॉर द CRO ऑनलाइन। असाइनमेंट वही अभी जो हमने वेबसाइट पे डाले विग्नो के, वो ओपन एंड डिस्टेंस लर्निंग वालों के लिए है, ऑनलाइन वालों के लिए नहीं है हाल फिलहाल। लेकिन अगर आपको अटेम्प्ट करना है तो आप कर सकते हैं, इट विल हेल्प यू ओनली। रोहित पूछ रहे हैं सर दोज हु हैव मिस द होमवर्क ड्यू टू लेट ज्वाइनिंग देयर मार्क्स विल बी डिडक्टेड। नहीं, उसमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। कॉन्टिन्यू असेसमेंट में सभी को मार्क्स ज़रूर मिलेंगे, क्योंकि आप अभी एक नई लैंग्वेज सीख रहे हैं। तो अगर गलत भी जमा कर देते हैं या नहीं भी जमा करेंगे तो भी कोई समस्या नहीं है, देयर विल बी नो इशू। ठीक है मानस, दिस इज़ नॉट द फर्स्ट क्लास, दिस इज़ ऑलरेडी आई थिंक द सेकंड सेशन, एंड वी विल बी गेटिंग बैक। और इसमें जैकी आप वो हमारा व्हाट्सएप पे जो ग्रुप है ऑनलाइन 2020 का, वो भी डाल दीजिएगा, क्योंकि जो लोग ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाए दे कैन ज्वाइन। और उसके बाद में है दैट्स इट। So these were the questions which were asked by the students, and I hope that it was as per your expectations. As most of you must be having lots of queries, because this is the time people are not getting getting to travel, or getting to go to the renal centers, go to the headquarter, or go to the other places because of this COVID-19 issue. But don't worry, we are there for you to help. And as I can see at the watch, it is already 4:32 now. So we will be back again, as we have already scheduled that every Friday from 4 p.m. to 4:30 we will be having the Facebook live, and in case you have more questions, you can post it, as well as you can join our WhatsApp group, our WhatsApp homework group. And in case you need to clarify more, you can join us, you can reach us through our Facebook group, as well as you can send us email to sofl@ignu.ac.in, and you can also reach me through my email, that is shivajibhaskar@ignu.ac.in. I hope everybody liked the session, and in case you would like to appreciate the session, you can send us your feedback to the emails which I've just mentioned, sofl@ignu.ac.in. We will be in touch again very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.